Welcome back, everyone. Today is Tuesday the 14th, December 14th, and I didn't bring the cameras down. I wasn't really going to do this. I had to go to the dentist today. I got to get a crown, and I went, and by the time I got home, the temporary crown they put on fell off, so I got to go back at 3:30. But I'm just going to, I wasn't going to film all this anyway, but my new plan, as you saw before, I dug up from over there and I was going to transfer it over here because I need to fill in, to continue. This is going to continue down the dam road, but I'm going to dig up what's closer here first and then move what's over there down that way, because it really doesn't matter, and this will be closer, so it'll be less to move. So I'm just going to do a before and after so you can see, and I'm going to cut this back to right about here and get it over there. My white bird just showed up. I'm not even videotaping today. He just flew in. Okay, here is the end of this day, which I didn't intend on doing as much as I did. And my white bird is still there. So I tried to close up the area where I dug out the concrete, and I was a little bit worried if we got a heavy rain about that dam breaching in that spot, because I had removed a lot of material from behind it and I didn't realize it had so much concrete in there. And I dug up all this, and this was pretty much all without removing shoreline. I did a little bit just in the end. I made a ramp going up this way with material so that it would be closer. And you can see I can walk on this. I just dug all this up and I can walk on it. Do that on the other side. Be here till tomorrow. So I got that. That was deep. So I got that filled in. That can settle now, and I don't have to worry about it breaching. So in this way you can see I probably took about 10 feet off that one little point over there stuck out. So it's a fair amount of material. I'm going to use the Kubota again tomorrow on this ramp and start bringing that stuff up here. And I think my new plan is I am going to leave. I was going to dig up this corner, but I'm not going to dig this corner up now because I'm going to need a lot of material when I close up the dam, the breach, so I can get it from here. So I'm going to dig up as much as I can back, and I'm going to put like a big pile here, kind of like what I did across the way on what was the remnants of Goose Island, and have that so that when time comes and I got to go fast to close that up, that I will have the material down this end. So that is the new plan. So all right, I'll be back out here tomorrow. Thanks for watching. Catch you on the next one. And the bonfire doesn't want to go away. That piece stood up to say hello when I drove past. It's still there. So welcome back, everyone. Today is, what is today? Today is Wednesday, December 15th. And this pile, if you saw yesterday's video, I dug up all this and it's nicely dried already. I mean, it's, as you've seen before, this side I can drive on it pretty much 10 minutes after I dig it up, but it is very nicely dried. And what I'm going to do today is I'm going to take the Kubota, and I'm going to transfer it up the ramp that I made. It seems like it's dry. This part right here had a lot of water on it, like there. I may take a couple of buckets and wow, look at the deer tracks. That was just from yesterday to today. And fill these ruts in. I don't know if you can see it, but they're still a little bit wet. That's where the water was pooling. And I'm gonna fill this where I took all the concrete out. This is nicely packed from me tracking on it with the excavator, but I'm gonna fill this in here first and get it up. That level's a tad high. I may go up there and blade that down. I left it a little high thinking it would settle, and if I track down it with the excavator, oh, we got the geese. They like the silt collector. That's their new ramp into the water. And then I'm just going to continue down, and as I talked about, I'm going to leave this area, I believe, and once I have material that I don't need anymore down here, I'm going to pile it up here so that I can use this for the dam breach area. I'll just give you a quick look at that again if somebody hasn't seen it. If you have, you can just fast forward. But it's going to be a fair amount of material to fill this up, and it has to be done fairly quickly. I will block off this area first to stop the outflow of water. As you can see, we're still outflowing with no rain. Just for everyone who wonders how ponds get their water, this one here gets underground springs with tremendous amount of outflow. So then I'll block this side up, and then the middle will be filled in as quickly as possible. But I need to have that material close, so I will use this to block this, and then I'm going to stockpile a big mountain of dirt over here. So my plans have changed a bit from what I was going to do, but all right, I'm going to get to it. I'm going to use both the Kubota and the 250 today, so I better get started. here's end of day. Probably only about 3 hours, but I had to go do something and then came back, so you could see how much material I moved. All this pile, that stuff there, this pile. Kind of looks neat in this light. Hope it comes out good on the editing, but that looks like, I love that color. It's almost, I'd like to take a screenshot of that. Here we go. So what my plan is now, as I talked about earlier, about leaving material here, but I'm using this ramp to build up what I need going this way. So what I'll probably do is get to where my slope is going to be. Probably going to be in this vicinity here. Sorry for the sun again. And start coming up the ramp this way like I showed in some of the video, and drop it over the side. So I guess I can basically build this up from the ramp instead of driving down there, just dumping it over the side. So I think that will be a good way to do it. And it compacts everything down as well from driving over it so many times. So let me give you a shot now. I was going to get a shot of the creek. Don't know if you can really see down there, but there's the creek. So, you know, that's like probably 16 feet down. But there is a float. It's farther down. As I get over there, once I get it built up, I'm going to have to pull it out, get a chain on it. There's a video of David and I doing it, you know, almost 3 years ago now. But there's another one in there that I found afterwards that I've got to get out. So this is the height. So I've got to tomorrow get the rest of this built up and start moving onward, start moving west and get over there. So all right, well, I'm going to that's enough for today, so I'll be back at it in the morning. Okay, here's a quick shot. I wasn't going to keep videoing this because it'll kind of look the same, but this is about a half an hour after starting. Today is Thursday the 16th. So I got that much moved, got a bunch built up, and the way I'm going to attack this now, rather than keep driving up the ramp, I still will go up the ramp, but I still have to fill this back up. But I'm building little ramps this way so I can get up high enough and just keep backing that up, and that'll actually make my slope. So my slope is probably going to be right about here, actually. So this big ramp, as I said, I'm going to stockpile material, so that has to stay. So that's why I want to kind of get this side built right here so that I have a slope to follow as I make my way over to there. So seems to be working pretty good. Obviously, if I had a skid steer, by the time I get the skid steer, I won't need it. Well, I'm gonna need it on the other side anyway, but this is working out okay, just not as fast. But again, like I said, I'm not in a race, so I just figured I'd give a little interim shot on what I'm doing, even though I'm not going to video everything because, like I said, it'll kind of all look the same, and I hate to keep doing that. But anyway, let me get back to it. Okay, here we are, end of day, and this is end of day. This was probably, I want to say 6 hours today. I stopped a little bit in between. It's Thursday, but it's just about 5 o'clock now, starting to get, even got the moon out. But a lot of material moved, all with the Kubota. And so this is going to be the ramp. I will pile up as much material as I can in this ramp here, probably all the way up to the top. So I will take as much as I can from there and stack it up even on this slope. So this is kind of the slope. So you can see how much is already done. Let me back up a little bit. And again, you can't get depth, but that's way too, that'll be gone. That's a little bit shallower than the slope will be. But I wish somebody was standing down there because if you were down there, I would say I'm probably right here. I'm probably 13 feet from there in that slope. So again, it doesn't look like much. I hate that, but so I got to get all the way over to there. And again, why this does not focus as well as it used to, I do not know. But what are you gonna do? All right, I've had enough for today, so I'll be back out tomorrow, get the rest of that pile moved, and then I will start digging up some more. So, all right, thanks for watching. Catch you on the next one. I don't know where this will edit in, but just in case this is an end, I got it in there. If not, I'll cut it off or you'll hear it twice. Thanks for watching. All right, welcome back. Today is Friday the 17th, and the Kubota, of course, is in regen mode, which I hate because you got to rev it up so high that you can't even really use it at that because it bucks into the pile. Even though it's hydro shifted, I can't stand it. I'm going to be deleting that soon too. It's ridiculous. But anyway, there's a look at what I'm starting with. I don't know if I'm going to video any of it just because this is kind of all the same over here, but I'm going to be just building it up like that with a ramp, drive up and get it back, as far as I can like that. And who knows, I may get tired of using the Kubota and go back to using the excavator to move it 6 times, but I don't know. For now, this is fine. So just getting a before shot, and I'll get a couple of other interims. I started it yesterday, as you saw, to just start moving a little bit sideways as well, rather than just be in one spot. So, well, let's see how many more times I change it over. Okay, here we are, end of day, and this was kind of end of day. This was probably, I don't know, probably 6 hours. Pile's all gone, and as you saw, I dragged the blade when I go, and it carries quite a bit of dirt. It's not a box blade. I do have a box blade, but don't want a box blade in this application. But it keeps it nice and neat, fills in all the ruts, and it brings a couple wheelbarrow loads each trip. So you get a lot more material than you get just from the bucket. So here we are. That was a big pile, but you can't really tell, again, because it doesn't look like much, but that whole, all the way around is filled up. But this was deep. This was a lot deeper than this. So it's filled up and lifts. So it's packed in, which is nice. Not that it really matters here, but might as well do it that way if I can. And I wanted to shore this section up because this was also a narrow section of the dam that if we got a storm or something, he does have a lot of concrete on it, but the sooner that I can get this filled up, the better. I mean, as I've showed you before, it's about 16 feet down, so the water would really have to come up. More than likely what would happen is the water wouldn't really come over here. It would come in the broken dam into here, and then the water level would come up over here and fill it up this way. It's done that before. There's been water all the way up to there, even since it's been broken. It goes right back out, and like I said, as you've seen, this side clears up, dries up nicely. You can drive on it. If there was 2 feet of water in here, you could actually drive your truck in here. David had to do that for the former owner. His machine broke down probably around where I'm standing, and it was a lot lower obviously than it is now, and David had to drive him in his truck to get out to it because he ran out of fuel and he had to bring him out fuel. So anyway, so now that gives you a little bit of a look there. Like I said, that ramp is basically just going to be, I mean, it's fairly close to the slope. The slope is going to be about where the brown dirt is. That's about where it'll end. So it's not terrible. I mean, as far as following it and what you could see how it's going to go. So, well, that's it for there. And I've got to dig up more. Got to dig up more out of the water. And the other thing I am going to do, and this will be a change of pace for videos, is I'm going to take these trees down that are right here. There, as I talked about, there's a ditch in between the other trees on the back, like where the diversion trail is. There's a ditch that runs in there, and those trees aren't going to make it. There's not much holding them up. You get a good storm and they'll probably blow over anyway. So these trees, probably not those 2 big ones, and maybe not that big one. I don't know. We'll see. I can't tell what side of the ditch that is on from here, but definitely all the ones down this end. So that'll probably be soon because I want to burn them. I'll take them down here and I will burn them kind of in this area right here. So I'll have to do that fairly soon, but I'm happy with this. I'm happy with the build-up, and even though there's a lot more to move, it's pretty getting close. I can see it. So, all right, well, that's enough of that. I'm pretty tired and hungry, so I'm gonna go eat, and I'll catch you all on the next one. Thanks for watching.